What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Days before we're about to head down to Ford Takeover, and we're over here picking up cars.
Some of this off, some of this car.
Hey man, the deals are still out there, guys. Sometimes you just can't ignore them. If you're curious to see what we're going to pick up, want to check out what we have, stick around, hit that like and subscribe, and let's get on down the road. Those are not GT. Bro, what? All right, so where we're headed to is actually only about 150 miles or so from me here in Ohio. So it's not too bad of a trip, but considering I got to leave for a Ford Takeover pretty much tomorrow night, early the next day, I got a lot of packing to do. Like I said, the deals are still out there, guys, with the Foxbodies. I mean, this particular deal, I think the gentleman that actually owns it isn't very interested in the car. He picked the car up on another deal, not really a Foxbody guy. So, you know, he listed it on Facebook to get his money back. But the format of the video is pretty much going to be, we're going to get on the road, we're going to get down there, and we're going to, I'm going to pick it up. I probably won't do a whole lot of vlogging of him and me doing the deal. You know, they may feel uncomfortable with me putting them on the channel or whatever, but we definitely will go over the car when we get it. I'll show you what it is. We'll walk around it, look underneath of it, and look in some of the corners that, you know, you need to look for when you're picking up a roller. So it's a great video to have, because if you're going to look for a Foxbody and you go to pick up a Foxbody, I'm going to point out some of the key points when you're picking them up. And I think you guys will find a lot of use in this video other than you think. So let's put you on a time lapse, get on down the road and skip right to the good part. Let's go. That's a Mustang. We saw that back a couple hours ago.
Take the exit, then keep right onto Woodville Road.
Wonder what they're doing.
Keep right onto Woodville Road.
Headed to the Ford plant, I'd imagine. This is always a good thing when you pull into an area. There's like no room here for my truck, my trailer. But yeah, we'll get it set up. Managed to actually get the car over to the trailer. You know, it's not too big of an area, but this is what we got on the channel. So this is what's coming to the channel. Used to be an X-Race car. The guy used to drive it a lot. So we're going to just get it up on the trailer, and then I'll get you guys over to this exit over here, and we'll take a look at it. I'll be excited to check it out. All right, so we got back on the road. We got the Mustang all hooked up. We're on our way back. We'll talk more at the shop. I'll be able to go through the vehicle with you guys. I'm not going to bother with trying to do that here on the side of the road. So, you know, give us a little time. We'll get home. We'll go through the Mustang, check out some of the, I guess this Mustang's been sitting for about 10 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what's in it. Might catch out, might be a little surprise car part or something that we might find in it. So stick around. Let's skip right to the garage. All right, without further ado, we finally made it home, pretty much safe for the most part. But give me a second here. We'll jump out of the truck here, and we'll take a look at the coupe that we just brought home, and then we'll actually go through it, and I'll show you. It's always nice to go through a car and check out what you got. You never know what might be there, little hidden car parts that you didn't know was going to be there. So, you know, it's always like a little fun. It's like a little fun game to go through the car, check it out. All right, home sweet home. All right. So let's go back here and check this out. So from what the title said, it was a 1990 Ford Mustang Coupe, but it had an A code on it. For those of you guys that don't know about titles, A code means that it is a 4-cylinder. So this is an original 4-cylinder car, but I don't really think that the guy that had it before me cared too much about that. It's not perfect, but it's a coupe, and we're gonna take a quick peek at the structural parts of the car. I mean, I picked the car up for 1,500 bucks, pretty much a roller, but it's not. Let's go in here and check this stuff out. So first off, let's go inside. Door needs a little work, but this was like a dedicated race car to the guy. It was like a weekend warrior car. He obviously had like a Kirky seat in it. And you can tell it's a 4-cylinder car because it had some 6,000 RPM, whatever, tachometer, 85 mile an hour speedo. So had some gauges on the dash, no big deal. Now what's in this box of stuff? Obviously headlights, a couple sun visors, original interior pieces, which is nice. Yeah, what else is in here? Console, which means the console's all here. Yep. Some extra pieces here. Rear seat. So it does have some interior pieces like, like we had thought. Restoration stuff is like the molding here on the quarter window. You can see these are always usually faded. I mean, you can restore these. Like I said, you can see this guy, he put a little bit of mud in the car, but I don't see it's not rotted at all, which makes it a good clean roller for the most part that I just pulled home. It's not terrible with the frame. This is another spot you want to look at. Looks like it's got an 8.8 rear axle in it. As you can see, these are usually rotted all up in here. I guess the car's been sitting for about 10 years. That the guy I got it from said that the car was like I said, an ex-race car. Let's check this side. Yeah, these frames look clean and straight, for real. Had some weld wheels on. I wonder if these are the 10-inch. Couldn't really tell you. Might be 9-inch, I don't know. Tire's not too old. They don't look too bad. I mean, considering they were sitting for 10 years, I don't see a lot of dry rot and dry crack. Molding same on the other side. We'll get into the trunk where there's a bunch of other goodies there. Yeah, tires. Look, I mean, look at the front tires. They're like brand new, bro. Wow. So I ended up having to pay like $1,500 for the car, and I had to pay a little extra for the wheels because he was going to take the wheels off and put them on his Capri. So it's always nice to go through a car and so you guys can see what I actually picked up. For the most part, the car's pretty straight. Obviously, we'll get into the underneath the car, or we'll get into the engine bay. You probably see why this is leaking. It's probably the oil pan up front, but the guy made his own subframes. Let me get under here and show you the floor pans look good. You know what I mean? Got a nice big subframe that looks like maybe the dude that owned it before me, or that used to track car it or whatever. I don't know, to be honest with you guys, I don't know exactly what the hell this is right here, but whatever. The guy, maybe he just didn't have a bumper. I'm just gonna chalk it up as he just didn't have a bumper and whatever. But we got bumpers. We're not worried about it. We got bumpers. We can put a bumper on this, no big deal. Let's check this frame rail out and then we'll take you into the hood. Not bad. It's got a little bit of scale there. You see it's rusty right there a little bit, but that's a known spot. Torque boxes look real good. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And that's one thing that's really cool, is it's an original car light glass and I don't see any cracks. So that's a big plus to me. Plus, I don't see any bends or something that got mudded. So that basically means that the hood didn't fly up, because these are things that are close, these cars at this age, I get parts cars that I have to use, this sheet metal out of, I always get rid of for people trying to repair that. But anyways, let's look under the hood and see what we got under the hood, and then we'll go to the trunk. So now I can see why he probably had the bumper, is, he just put sheet metal over top of the header panel here. Looks like maybe he tapped something on the corner here and bent just this part, but it doesn't look like he had any major damage or structural damage or whatever. So let's go into the engine bay and then we'll take a check at what's in here. All right, so we obviously have a 4-cylinder, because you can tell by the brake booster and the vacuum tree. Came with an MSD and a blaster. Obviously this car must have been carbureted. I guess it ran like 11s or something. Yeah, you can definitely tell here that he ran over something in the corner there, but it's probably what broke the bumper, and he just never decided to actually fix the bumper. But let's take a look at his motor. From the story, the guy told me that he bought it. Doesn't look like it's got very much rust. I mean, there's some there. It's gonna need fixed. It's starting to come out. that's not terrible considering the condition of the car. I don't know what's up with the hood either, but I don't think I'd ever put that on something. That's crazy. Super heavy too. But anyway, going back into the engine bay, move this alternator out of the way. What we got here? From the story of what the guy said, this is probably where all my oil is coming from, is from the side of the block. Is that this motor had issues. Uh-oh. Y'all see what I see? That's a girdle, homeboys. What? Uh-oh. Girdle means good. G is for good. I don't know if I've seen a... This is interesting. The cam's out of it though. It might be in the back. But you know, usually when you put a girdle on something, it means that it's you know, it's got 40 over pistons. I can tell right here. Look. Tell you what, I'll do you one more better. I'm gonna go in the shop real quick, grab a brush, and grab some brake cleaner, and we'll... Okay, well obviously it's got motor mounts, but I didn't even notice the knuckle. If it's got that knuckle, I bet you it's got the river rack. Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. I didn't even see that. I mean, obviously it needs attention, but this is a manual river rack. Probably could do some maintenance on it and reuse it in another build or something. Interesting. It's got a girdle in it. Let's check out those pistons, see if they got a part number on them. This is fun. Like, I didn't realize it had all this stuff in it. I really didn't. Like, I mean, this is for a guy, for a car guy, for a mechanic guy, for you know, a car racer, street racer, drag racer. This is cool stuff. I enjoy picking and I enjoy finding like little tidbits of, you know, somebody else's build. I mean, I had no information. The guy was super nice that I got it from. He didn't know a lot about it either. He had acquired it from doing some jobs and decided that, you know, I'm gonna stick it up on Facebook and get what I can get back for my money for doing those jobs. And you know, it's a pretty common thing. I mean, again, we're like 2 days away from being in Tennessee at Ford Takeover. I really need to be, you know, focusing on getting that car ready, the white car ready and getting packed and everything. But again, you know, we just went on this pick and, you know, I can't help myself. So we're gonna grab some brake cleaner. We're gonna see if we can't see maybe a piston part number on the top. It might tell us what it is. It's probably just a cast piston or something, but you know, who would put a girdle on something cheap? Because you know, girdles aren't cheap to begin with, so there might be something in this motor. That would be cool. But again, the story was that the guy who owned it years ago, who used to take it to the track, there was an engine problem, like one of the rockers went bad or whatever, and it ruined the motor. See, I see numbers here, so we'll see if we can't maybe clean some of this off. All I'm seeing is a 40 number right there on the top of the piston, but I was hoping to catch a possible part number. It's okay, it's got to come out anyway. One thing I do see is what looks like an SN95 top plate. So that's probably a 9495 T5 because it doesn't have the neutral safety on the top. But that's just the same, even V6 form, that's still the same thing as an 86 to 89 V8 T5 trans. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. It does need a little bit of strut tower work, but it's not terrible. You guys see the floor pans, they're pretty solid. The last thing we're gonna do is check out the trunk because there's a bunch of stuff in there. There's a bunch of junk in the trunk, bros. Let me get the keys. All right. Gold. Must have had some Bondo in here. Must have had some rust in here. Anyway. Oh, okay. So we do have a carbureted intake here. A couple sets of headers. Definitely was a carbureted car. Check out what's in this box. It's always a bunch of goodies. You know, it's always exciting going on a pick, pull out a bunch of goodies. There's some miscellaneous parts, dog bone, no big deal, battery tray. Oh, there's a camshaft. What we got here? kind of cam did we have in here, bro? A 252-411. This is maybe. That looks like a triplo cam, chat. Battery tray, miscellaneous bolts, exhaust bolts. Oh, okay. Here's the rockers that came apart. Must be like the comp cam or something. Like the comp cam energy ones. I don't know. Might be a comp cam. Hell, I don't know. Does anybody know that number? Hit me up in the description in the below. 252-417. Yeah. Timing chain, distributor, nice. That's factory balancer. What else is in here? There's all kind of shit in here, man. I gotta pull this thing out. Oh, got a Holly. Hell yeah. What's these right here? He said they were GT40 heads. Let's see what else we got on this pick. Those are not GT. Bro, what? These are world product heads. Shut up. What? Look at that. 5303C. Huh. Yeah, these are definitely not GT40s. World product. These are nice. This is bored. There's a lot more than I thought there would be. Valve cover studs. That's awesome. Up. Windsor Junior heads. Look at that. Hell yeah. What you guys think about a stock bottom N351 again with some heads like this? Man, that's a score, bro. Man, I'll tell you what. All right, guys, this is pretty much all I got for you today. If you guys enjoyed the pick that I got, hit that like and comment below. Let me know what you think. Guys, the deals are still out there. What are we going to do with the car yet? I'm not real sure. But you know what? It's a good base to start a project with. And, you know, the paint's not the best. And, you know, these Fox bodies are getting hard to find. And the deals are still out there, guys. The deals are still out there. So if you guys enjoy the channel and you enjoy me doing content like this, I encourage you to check out that join button below, as this membership has its perks for being part of the channel. We have a merch shelf, we have a super thanks. I just appreciate everybody just for watching thus far. So outside of that, I will see you guys soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.